Time now for Hot Picks, and our next guest covers the healthcare and biotechnology sector. Here to give us her Hot Picks is Ritu Baral, Managing Director covering healthcare and biotechnology at TD Cowen. Ritu, thank you very much for joining us.
Good to see you.
All right, first up, we're talking about Insmed.
Yeah, so one of the things that we look for when picking a major stock for the coming year are three portions of the investment thesis: a base business, a product cycle, and pipeline. And we see Insmed, one of the newest large caps in the biotech sector, as having all three. A base business of a rare pulmonology inhaled product that is doing over $500 million in sales, a product cycle with a new approval addressing a billion-dollar market with literally no other approved therapies on the market. This is a new drug called Brinsupri for bronchiectasis, a not small 500,000 North American population, and then a deep pipeline, a de-risked pipeline of similar drugs that will expand the TAM for both Brinsupri and its follow-on indications that we think will expand valuation and investment drivers even further into 2026, 2027. And all of these compounds have excellent IP that give tremendous duration of asset that drive further value.
And how close, when you're looking at these, when do you decide to make this decision on, say, a company like this? How close are they close to bringing this to market now, or is it on the market?
It is just approved. It is on the market, Brinsupri. However, it is just starting its launch. It was approved late this year, and the first full meaningful quarter of sales will be Q4 sales, as announced, likely in the first couple weeks, pre-announced in the first couple weeks of January. And then that valuation and that driver will be off to the races over the course of 2026.
And you mentioned they have two coming on. Is that unusual, or is this an unusual situation, or is that fairly normal? You see one, two, or three, or is it just usually one at a time that come out?
Usually one at a time. In this case, Brinsupri is their current product cycle. They do have a base business called Arikayce that is a few years old. It is still growing because the two products share the same sales force, and therefore you have growth from two of these these portfolio products because they're driven by synergistic sales and marketing.
All right, let's move on. Praxis Precision Medicines. That sounds like something that is really has a lot of potential there, right? It's essentially personalized. Is that personalized medicine?
It is a neuroscience-focused company that does have certain aspects of its pipeline that are much more personalized. They are going after both a broader indication called essential tremor. You can see where that phase 3 trial worked right on that stock chart. And they have a rare epilepsy pipeline. Now, this is one where it's unusual. They will be entering two product cycles about the same time, the rare epilepsy as well as essential tremor, with two separate compounds that ended up converging on the same sort of approval cycle and the same sales cycle. This is going to be a rapid growth story through the end of 2026. We are anticipating approvals over the course of 2026 to drive late 2026, early 2027 launches for both franchises, essentially. So you're looking at a stock that is entering this product cycle, as well as has a rich de-risked pipeline. 2 out of the 3 that we are looking for hot picks.
And what are those exactly, the illnesses themselves? You said rare epilepsy, and what was the first one again?
Essential tremor.
Essential tremors.
So the major investor focus is a drug we call Ulixa, it's a shortening, for essential tremor, which is a not rare condition of essentially benign but severely affects quality of life. Basically, an underlying tremor of your periphery, specifically your hands. It prevents people from working, typing, and in more severe cases in older patients, even taking care of themselves, being able to feed themselves, being able to hold a fork, brush their hair. And this has proven in phase 3 development to significantly improve the tremor as objectively measured, as well as subjective improvement in patient function by their own and clinician assessments. We think that this is a $5+ billion market. Those are both sell-side consensus estimates as well as our estimates of buy-side expectations. So a tremendous product cycle coming on for essential tremor for this Ulixa compound, which will be filed, we think, in the first half of 2026, likely driving a late 2026 approval and therefore 2027 sales numbers.
Okay, we're almost out of time. We got about 45 seconds. Palvella Therapeutics, what do you like about it?
Great data this morning from a pipeline program, but the lead program is going to have binary data in Q1. Now, this is your classic small cap biotech binary story. However, we see this Q1 data for a condition called MLM with their drug Qtorin rapamycin as being significantly de-risked. We know how rapamycin works. This is a drug with tremendous positive phase 2 data, and that phase 3 trial that we'll read out has great similarities to this positive precedent data, and therefore significant upside on that binary readout. Not for everybody, but it's a classic biotech setup.
Okay, I think we're going to have to wrap it up there, but Ritu, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
That was Ritu Baral, Managing Director covering healthcare and biotechnology at TD Cowen.